I've always been very influenced by my environment. So when I lived in New York City for all those years, I started out as a figurative artist. I'd have one figure on this side of the room and one figure on this side of the room in the paintings, and they wouldn't be looking at each other. Now that's quintessential New York. Why weren't these paintings successful? I don't know, but they were fairly neurotic. They talked about the lack of communication, and that was really kind of my primary focuses there. And I remember when I lived in New York, one of my little games I would play was I would get onto the subway, and I would look around the car, and I would say, okay, if I get attacked, who on this subway is going to help me? So you never really relax. And when I started to travel down here, initially, you know, when I came down, I thought, what a bunch of rednecks, you know. But then, you know, I started to notice like the sound of the breeze, and I started to notice the reflection of the moon on the water. And in other words, I was getting quiet enough inside myself to see what was happening all around me. Oh my God, I think I have like found something that I never knew existed before, and that was a true epiphany in my life. I was transformed by Aripeka, and so every time I paint something, it's really the same thing that I'm painting again and again and again. I give it a different shape, but it's the same thing. It's that tribute to that environment that allows you to stop and slow down and listen and be transformed. I feel very sad that the wilderness is shrinking, and I feel very sad that most people in the world don't value wilderness in the way that I believe it should be valued. I have done something about it. For 10 years, I belonged to an organization that still exists, and we based ourselves along the lines of the Nature Conservancy, and we called ourselves the Gulf Coast Conservancy. And we have managed to help facilitate put 14,000 acres of coastal land into preservation in less than 12 years. I guess you could say I've found my paradise, but what it really is that I have found an environment that gave me a spiritual life that I didn't have before, didn't know I was missing. And now that I have it, it is my life. And I'll take that with me wherever I go.